Yo Dodger Nation. Strap in because what I'm about to unleash is not just a rumor, it's a full-blown scandal, a front office earthquake that's got fans rioting, execs sweating, and the entire MLB league whispering about sabotage. Imagine this. A bombshell LA Times report just detonated, screaming that the Dodgers must resign two free agents for 2026, Miguel Rojas and Kike Hernandez, or watch their World Series dynasty implode like a bad trade deadline deal gone wrong. These aren't just players, they're the invisible threads holding LA's empire together. But here's the gut punch. Andrew Friedman, the puppet master of Dodger Stadium, has already locked in options on Max Scherzer and Alex Vesia, but Rojas and Hernandez? They're free-falling into the abyss of free agency, and if he lets them slip? Oh, the outrage, the conspiracy, the sheer, unadulterated chaos. This is bigger than a signing. It's a power grab that could expose Friedman's master plan. Let's tear this apart, folks, because if you thought the 2024 title was destiny, think again. The storm is here. Alright, let's break this down step by step because the tension is building like a no-hitter in the ninth inning, and you need to feel every ounce of it. It all started yesterday with that explosive LA Times piece from insider Dylan Hernandez, a guy who's been in the trenches, spilling the tea on Dodgers' decisions. He's not mincing words. The Dodgers have resign Rojas and Hernandez. What? These two were the unsung MVPs of LA's World Series run, flipping the script in ways that had fans on their feet and rivals gnashing their teeth. Rojas with his walk-off heroics in Game 7, Hernandez with his clutch October magic that turned potential disaster into triumph. But now, free agency is in full throttle and Friedman's plate is overflowing, options exercised, big names locked in, but these utility warriors? They're on the chopping block. The public reaction? Absolute pandemonium. Social media's a war zone, threads blowing up with Rojas saved the series, and Hernandez is irreplaceable. Dodger fans are furious, flooding forums with rants about betrayal. Imagine the stadium boos echoing if these guys sign elsewhere. This isn't a quiet off-season move, it's a crisis that's got the whole organization scrambling. People are losing their minds and rightfully so, because without these guys the Dodgers' foundation cracks. Here's the crazy part. If Friedman hesitates, it's not just a roster hole, it's a fan revolt. What if they walk? The outrage could spill into protests, boycotts, the works. Let's keep peeling this onion. The stakes are sky high. Before we dive deeper into the madness, we gotta rewind and paint the full picture, because you can't grasp the conspiracy without knowing the player's DNA. Miguel Rojas, the 36-year-old utility infielder who's been a Dodger staple since 2020, after stints with the Marlins and Mets. This guy's a baseball nomad turned hero. Born in Venezuela, he's battled through injuries, short seasons and under-the-radar roles, but in LA he became the ultimate Swiss Army knife. Shortstop? Check. Second base? Check. Even third if the stars align. He's played in just 40 games during that wild 2020 shortened season, hitting .300, but his real glow-up? The 2024 postseason, where he was the difference maker. Kike Hernandez? The 34-year-old outfield utility man, a Dodgers lifer since 2015, minus a brief Boston exile from 2019 to 2021. Born in Puerto Rico, he's got that island fire. A guy who's hustled from the minors to World Series glory. He's been a postseason legend, not just in LA but with the Red Sox too, delivering clutch hits and plays that define clutch. Andrew Friedman? The Dodgers' chief baseball officer since 2014, the architect who transformed LA from a middling team into a behemoth. He's the guy who swung for the fences with Ohtani, Betts and Bellinger deals. But now, with these vets aging out, he's at a pivotal crossroads. These players aren't superstars. Rojas is the steady glove, Hernandez the spark plug. But their loyalty and versatility have been the Dodgers' secret weapon. Fans adore them for their grit. Execs value their reliability. Without them, the depth chart is a disaster waiting to happen. And get this, Rojas's journey from utility scrub to series savior? It's the stuff of Hollywood scripts. Hernandez returned from Boston? A redemption arc that screams, meant to be. But free agency threatens to rip it all apart. Here's the intrigue. Are they too old, too cheap to matter? Or are they the linchpin? Let's speculate. What if Friedman sees them as expendable? The background screams keep them, but the plot thickens. Now buckle up because here's where the conspiracy theories kick in like a bases-clearing double. And trust me, this feels like a calculated shadow war in the Dodgers' ivory tower. Why drop this report now, urging resignals? Is Friedman playing mind games, leaking hints to force Rojas and Hernandez into lowball deals? Or is this part of a grander scheme, clearing cap space for monster signings like a Shohei Ohtani extension or trading for elite prospects? Think about it, these guys are bargain bin talent. Rojas could be had for a 1-year, $4 to $6 million deal, Hernandez for $6 to $8 million. But if they walk, it opens floodgates for younger, cheaper alternatives, maybe even internal promotions. Is this Friedman manipulating the market, testing rival interest to drive up bids elsewhere? Whispers from insiders, those anonymous sources who always spill the beans, suggest it's all a ploy. Resign them to maintain the status quo or let him go to reset the roster for a youth movement. Rival teams are already circling like sharks, the Padres eyeing Hernandez' outfield pop, the Mets sniffing at Rojas's glove. And let's not ignore the competitive imbalance angle, the Dodgers hoarding depth while the rest of the league starves? It's unfair and fans are screaming fix. Is this Friedman's way of sowing chaos, forcing the league to react? Rhetorical question time. What if this is sabotage from within, a disgruntled exec leaking to stir the pot? Or a deliberate leak to pressure ownership? People are theorizing it's all connected to bigger moves, maybe even tanking whispers if the big guns falter. Here's the crazy part. If they don't resign, it could expose a front office fracture. What do you think? Is Friedman the villain or the visionary? Drop your conspiracy theories in the comments. I smell smoke, and it's not just from the grill at Dodger Stadium. Let's flip the script and compare this to Dodgers history and league patterns because context is king, and the parallels are eerie. Remember 2019, when LA let Yasiel Puig walk? Instant regret, they scrambled but the hole lingered. Or Clayton Kershaw's exit in 2021. The Dodgers rebuilt around it but it stung. Rojas and Hernandez? They're the low-stakes versions, not marquee names but essential cogs. Compared to other teams, the Astros kept Jose Altuve for his leadership, turning him into a World Series icon. The Yankees resigned DJ LeMahieu for that clubhouse glue. If LA doesn't, they'll look like amateurs. League-wide patterns? Powerhouses hoard vets. The Phillies kept Bryce Harper, the Braves clung to Freddie Freeman. Letting utility guys go? That's how underdogs like the Guardians sneak up. Fans are outraged because we've seen this before. The 2018 Dodgers traded for Manny Machado but let depth slip, leading to playoff heartbreak. This isn't isolated, it's a trend of dynasties prioritizing flash over function. What if the Dodgers become the next victim? Rhetorical bomb. Is Friedman repeating past mistakes or learning from them? Compare stats. 2 Rojas's .280 average echoes Altuve's consistency. Hernandez postseason OPS rivals JD Martinez's magic. If they bolt, LA risks becoming the 2020s version of the pre-Friedman Dodgers. Talented but flawed. The outrage is justified, history screams, don't let them go. Time to get granular on the roster, because the implications are a minefield of what-ifs that could derail the season. Without Rojas and Hernandez, the Dodgers' depth chart is a house of cards. Rojas slots in as the ultimate infield utility, second base with Gavin Lux, shortstop backing up Mookie Betts or Tree Turner. His flexibility means plugging gaps without disrupting the flow. Hernandez? Outfield depth is a black hole. Teoscar Hernandez is hot and cold, and left field? It's a revolving door. LA needs him for versatility, center, right, even DH duty. Salary dynamics? Cap space is king, resigning both keeps it under $200 million, allowing big swings. But development concerns loom. Rojas at 37 might fade. Hernandez at 35 has more upside. Positional issues? Infield's crowded with prospects like Bobby Witt Jr. types, but outfield? Thin as ice. If they don't sign, expect injuries to expose cracks. Remember 2023's bullpen meltdowns? This could be worse. Hypothetical. Trade for an outfielder but lose Rojas? Disaster. Or promote from within but sacrifice experience. Rookie mistakes abound. The analysis screams resign for stability, but Friedman's choices could force a rebuild. What do you prioritize, defense or offense? Comment below and let's debate. Alright, scouts, let's geek out on the nitty-gritty because stats are one thing but the scouting report? That's where the drama lives. Miguel Rojas, 2024 regular season, .280 AVG, 76 hits, 7 HR, 24 BB, 46 K, .318 OBP. Postseason? Game 7 hero, home run to tie, throw out at the plate. Strengths? Elite defense, gold glove potential, clutch hitting in spots, versatility across infield. Weaknesses? Age-related decline, power might dip to 5 HR next year, contact could wane. Projections, At 37.250-.270 AVG 50 to 60 hits, but his glove saves runs. Kike Hernandez, .255 OBP, solid OPS when hot, 10 to 15 HR potential. Strengths? Speed, 15 to 20 SB. Postseason magic, remember his 2018 Red Sox heroics? Outfield range. Weaknesses? Strikeout prone, 100+ K rate. Inconsistency. Projections, at 35.260 AVG 12 HR but October? Unmatched. Scouting consensus, Rojas is the steady anchor, Hernandez the wild card. Rivals covet them, Padres for Hernandez' pop, Giants for Rojas's glove. If LA doesn't lock him, it's a scouting blunder. Eye test, Rojas's throws are lasers, Hernandez' instincts are gold. But together? Roster gold. What stat surprises you most? Drop it. Oh, the league is erupting, folks, and it's not pretty. Rival fans? Padres Twitter is a cesspool. Sign Kike and crush LA. Mets fans smirking, Dodgers crumbling. Media meltdown, ESPN screaming dynasty in peril, Fox Sports calling it Friedman's gamble. Executives? Furious, Padres GM AJ Preller reportedly fuming, unfair advantage slipping away. Astros brass? Laughing, remembering their own vet hordes. Fans everywhere are outraged. Yankees diehards hating Rojas's Yankees killing HR, Braves supporters jealous. This isn't Dodgers only, it's MLB-wide shock. What? Resigning keeps LA unbeatable, widening the gap. If they walk, balance tips. Underdogs rejoice. Conspiracy fuel. Friedman's tanking for a reset? The outrage is viral, petitions circulating, fan wars brewing. People are losing it. Zoom out for the grand view. This ripples beyond 2026. Season impact? Weakened Dodgers mean easier paths for rivals. Free agency? Sets a precedent for vet hoarding, killing parity. League balance? Dodgers dominate more, sparking rule changes. Conspiracy? Friedman's manipulating for Ohtani or trades. Implications? Fan apathy, dynasty death. It's game-altering. So, Dodger Nation, the Rojas Hernandez saga is a conspiracy vortex of epic proportions. Will Friedman save it or doom it? Questions abound. Who's key? What's the plot? This could redefine MLB. What do you think? K for Kike, R for Rojas. Theories and comments. Like, subscribe, hit bell, we're at 10K, fuel the fire. Share, rage, and stay tuned. Peace out, the chaos continues.